Spark 3 by Virginia Evans and Jenny Dooley. Copyright Express Publishing. All rights reserved. Starter. Exercise 1A, page 4.
Tony!
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Pretty good, thanks. Hello, I'm Brian.
I'm Fiona. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too.
Hi, guys. I don't think you've met Simone.
Hi, I'm Craig, and this is Claire.
Nice to meet you both. Exercise 6, page 5.
Making a splash. Most teenagers do their homework and watch a little TV after school, but not Tom Daly. Tom is only 15 years old, but he is already the best diver in Britain. He wants to win an Olympic gold medal, so he trains very hard. Tom's daily routine is very busy. He gets up early, eats a bowl of cereal, packs his bag, and gets a lift to school with his dad. Then he has classes until 3:45 p.m. Tom loves school, especially Spanish. His teachers are amazed that he isn't behind with his work, but in fact he gets very good marks. After school it's off to training. Tom trains for 3.5 hours every evening. He does gymnastics and weight training first, then he practices his dives in the pool. And what about the school holidays? Does Tom have a chance to get up late and hang out with his friends like ordinary teenagers then? Well, actually no. He trains all day long. He has a busy life, but he doesn't mind.
I want to become the best diver in the world,
he says.
Pronunciation.
S. Z. Is.
Exercise 11, page 6.
S. Eats. Wakes up. Z. Flies. Goes. Knows. Is. Wishes. Fixes. Loses. Misses. Finishes.
Module 1, Lifestyles. Jobs and qualities. Exercise 1, page 9.
One, stuntman. 2, acrobat. 3, air traffic controller. 4, underwater photographer. 5, crocodile trainer. 6, bomb disposal expert. 7, interior decorator. 8, storm chaser.
Reading 1A. Exercise 2, page 10.
Extreme jobs, extreme looks. Some people do the strangest things to earn a living, particularly in the world of entertainment. Some go to extreme lengths to look like the character they play. So what is it like playing for a living? A. Christina Clarkson is not an ordinary actress. This is because when she is not working in the theatre, she is standing as still as a statue on a busy street. It takes about 90 minutes for Christina to paint her clothes white and cover her skin with body paint to become a living statue. B. Eric Sprague is a sideshow performer. He has green tattoos all over his body to look like a lizard. He also has pointed teeth and a forked tongue. The Lizard Man, as they call him, performs all over the world and shocks audiences with his appearance. C. When Joe Atkins arrives at work, he goes to the dressing room to change into his work clothes. For the next 8 hours, he wears a furry costume and a huge heavy mask over his head. Joe is the Disney character Pluto, and he works at Disney World in Florida. Before he leaves the dressing room, he says, "Have a nice day," to the other characters. He knows that he cannot speak to anyone later because Disney characters must not speak to the visitors, and they have to be good at mime. Joe then makes his way to Cafe Mickey to welcome the visitors. He walks slowly and carefully and doesn't swing his arms or legs. He must be careful and remember that his body is at least double his normal size. One little girl looks frightened, so Pluto doesn't get too close. Joe slowly extends his hand to her parents so the little girl can see that he is friendly. One of the most important qualities for people working as a Disney character is to be patient with children and extremely tolerant. Very soon the little girl is smiling and enjoying breakfast with her new, furry friend.
Vocabulary 1A. Exercise 6A, page 11.
One. Security guard. 2. Makeup artist. 3. Travel agent. 4. Social worker. 5. Airline pilot. 6. Shop assistant. 7. Graphic designer. 8. Computer programmer. 9. Bus driver. 10. Personal trainer. 11. TV presenter. 12. Heart surgeon.
Exercise 7A, page 11.
Welcome to Career Choices. Today in the studio we have makeup artist Petra Daly with us, and she's going to tell us all about her job. Welcome, Petra.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So, Petra, would you like to tell all our listeners about what your job involves?
Certainly. Well, I do people's makeup for different occasions and projects, such as professional photographs, fashion shows, TV, films, weddings, or advertising campaigns.
What kind of skills does a makeup artist need to have?
You need to be artistic and have a sense of what colours go well with each other, and also which colours will cancel out one another, so you can help hide dark circles under the eyes, spots, and so on. You also have to be flexible and able to adapt to changing schedules. You need to be friendly and sociable and able to work with all types of people too. It's not a good job for a shy person.
What kind of daily routine is there for makeup artists?
Well, most makeup artists are self-employed and work on a freelance basis, And there isn't really a daily routine because some days are 4-hour jobs and other days I can work 16 hours straight. Photo shoots can be at least 8 to 9 hours, with 4 makeup and hairstyle changes. A wedding can take from 2 to 6 hours, depending on how many people there are to do. It can be very tiring, but it is very rewarding.
Where is makeup usually done? What is your work environment like?
Well, I can work indoors and out for photo shoots. I visit private homes for weddings, and I work in TV studios or on location for TV projects and films. I never sit down when I'm working.
Do you earn a lot of money?
If you have experience and a good reputation in the industry, you can earn a lot of money. When you're starting out, you won't earn a lot of money, but the more experience you have, the more money you can earn.
Well, that was very interesting. We'll be right back after these messages when Petra will answer callers' questions.
Skills 1C. Exercise 1, page 14.
Bodies under construction. According to a recent survey, more and more people want to have plastic surgery. What do plastic surgeons think about this? And what's it like to be one? We speak to Nathan Taylor to find out. Nathan, why is plastic surgery more popular with teens these days?
Well, mostly because they see so many celebrities with perfect bodies and faces in magazines and on TV. Some teens bring pictures of their favourite celebrities to me and say, I want Beyoncé's nose, or I want to look like Brad Pitt. They don't realise that their bodies are still changing, and you don't have to be perfect to be happy.
Tell us a few words about your job.
I love what I do, but it isn't easy. A plastic surgeon studies at medical school for 6 or 7 years, and then they work very hard. I usually have 2 surgeries a day and appointments with new patients all afternoon. A good plastic surgeon must also be very responsible. I say no to 20% of new patients because I know surgery isn't right for them. It can be a very rewarding job, though. At the moment, for example, I'm working with a girl who has a problem with her jaw. I know that in her case, plastic surgery can give her back her self-esteem.
What advice do you have for any teens who are thinking about having plastic surgery?
First of all, think very carefully about why you want the surgery. For example, maybe you have a big bump on your nose or ears that stick out and you feel really embarrassed about it. In this case, talk about it with your doctor. On the other hand, if you just want to look like a top model, well, remember that everyone hates something about their body. For most teenagers, plastic surgery is not the answer.
Skills 1C. Exercise 6, page 15.
And in other news, police are looking for a missing person. Ben Wilson went missing last Tuesday in the centre of Manchester. Ben is in his mid-20s. He's of medium height, with short brown hair and brown eyes. Ben often wears glasses and has a beard and moustache. Please call the police immediately if you see Ben. Moving on to sports news.
Everyday English 1D. Exercise 1, page 16.
You look great in that polo neck. It matches the colour of your eyes. They fit you perfectly. Your dress really suits you.
Exercises 2 and 5, page 16.
You look great in that polo neck, Sally. It matches the colour of your eyes.
Thank you, Mary.
It really suits you. Is it new?
Yes, it is. It's a birthday present from my aunt. She also got me these jeans.
Wow! They fit you perfectly. Your aunt has got great taste in clothes.
That's nice of you, Mary. You look good too. Your dress really suits you.
Really? Thanks.
Across Cultures 1E. Exercise 1, page 17.
Teen tribes. Today, teenagers in many countries belong to groups, or tribes, that identify themselves by their appearance, fashion, music, beliefs, and so on. Skaters, United Kingdom. Who are they? Young people, mainly boys, who live and breathe skateboarding. What do they look like? They like wearing baggy jeans or trousers and hooded tops, but good trainers are the most important part of their wardrobe. They also love labels and brand names, and, of course, you rarely see them without their skateboards. What music do they listen to? Rock music like Blink-182 and Green Day. What do they do in their free time? Besides skateboarding, they like playing computer games and hanging out with other skaters. What do they believe in? Never give up. Keep trying until you succeed. Manba girls, Japan. Who are they? Girls with a rather extreme fashion style and appearance. What do they look like? They wear brightly coloured, trendy clothes and accessories. Mamba girls want to look tanned, so they wear dark makeup with white lipstick and white circles around their eyes. Also, they often wear stickers and glitter on their faces. Their hair is multicoloured and many wear hair extensions. What music do they listen to? Electronic, disco and techno music. What do they do in their free time? They love para-para, a type of dancing with lots of hand movements. They also like to hang out in the streets or in clubs near the Shibuya metro station in Tokyo. What do they believe in? You don't have to look normal to be beautiful. It's okay to be different.
Fun Time 1. Exercise 4, page 20.
Great leaders fall to make their country strong. They kept the people happy and helped them get along. Politicians, kings and queens can use their power for good and solve the problems of the world like all great leaders should. How will you improve the world? What will you leave behind? Will you use your strength and power? Or will you use your mind? You can make a difference in your own special way. Everyone can change the world, so let's all start today. Every individual, however weak or poor, has the power to change the world as people did before. You don't have to be a king to play a special part. You can find the strength you need, just look inside your heart. How will you improve the world? What will you leave behind? Will you use your strength and power? Or will you use your mind? You can make a difference in your own special way. Everyone can change the world, so let's all start today. Everyone, everyone, everyone can change the world. Everyone, everyone can change the world. How will you improve the world? What will you leave behind? Will you use your strength and power? Or will you use your mind? You can make a difference in your own special way. Everyone can change the world, so let's all start today.
Module 2. Believe it or not. Natural phenomena. Exercise 1, page 21.
One C. Flood. 2 B. Earthquake. 3 F. Tsunami. 4 I. Avalanche. 5 D. Tornado. 6 H. Volcanic eruption. 7 A. Lightning. 8 E. Hurricane. 9 G. Drought.
Reading 2A. Exercise 1, page 22.
When lightning loves you. Roy Sullivan was a forest ranger in Virginia, USA. He is in the Guinness Book of World Records for a remarkable record. Between 1942 and 1977, Roy survived 7 lightning strikes. His nickname was the human lightning rod. The first lightning strike was in 1942, as he was working up a tree. On that day, he lost the nail from his big toe. The second strike happened while he was driving on a mountain road. It knocked him unconscious and burned his eyebrows off. The third strike occurred when he was in his front garden, and it left him with a damaged shoulder. The fourth strike took place in 1972 while he was in a ranger station. It burned off his hair. Roy dumped a bucket of water over his head to cool off. A year later, another lightning strike hit him on the head and set his hair on fire again. The sixth strike happened in 1976 while Roy was at a campsite. Roy tried to run away from a cloud which was moving in his direction. This time the strike hurt his ankle. The last lightning bolt hit him while he was fishing, and it sent him to hospital with severe burns to the chest and stomach. Roy Sullivan was a very fortunate man. The chance of lightning striking a person just once is only 1 in 600,000. This chance came his way 7 times, and each time he survived. That's what you call luck.
Vocabulary 2A. Exercise 6B, page 23.
Rest it. Put some cream on it. Put an ice pack on it. Put a bandage on it. Clean the wound. Have an X-ray. Wear a plaster cast. Put a dressing on it.
Exercise 7, page 23.
Hi Tony. Hi Jenny. How are you?
Hi, Sally. Actually, my ankle hurts because I twisted it yesterday while I was playing basketball.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Have you done anything to make it better?
Well, I put some ice on it and that helped a lot. Tony hurt himself yesterday too, didn't you, Tony?
Yes, I did.
Really? What happened to you?
Oh, nothing serious. I just burnt my hand while I was cooking dinner. I put some cream on it, and it's a lot better now.
Well, it seems we've all had accidents lately.
Oh no. Don't tell me you hurt yourself yesterday too.
Oh, yes. I was rollerblading in the park when I fell and cut my leg. I cleaned the wound and put a dressing on it.
Oh well, at least none of us was badly hurt.
Skills 2C. Exercise 1A, page 26. Exercise 1B, page 26.
Against all odds. How a short hike in the jungle nearly cost an Australian man his life. Lying on his back and unable to move, Hayden Adcock was not fully aware of the helicopter flying over the jungle canopy. When a few hours later the search party arrived to rescue him, they found him in critical condition. He was suffering from cuts, insect bites, and severe exhaustion after spending 11 days lost in the jungle with no food. Hayden Adcock was a healthy 40-year-old man and an experienced hiker and traveller. At the end of July, he was in Laos, near Thailand, and he decided to take a short hike to a well-known waterfall. He was wearing a t-shirt, shorts, and walking shoes, and carrying only a bottle of water when he started his walk through the national park. As he was visiting a second waterfall, heavy rainfall washed away all the paths. The jungle began to look the same everywhere, and Adcock finally realised he was lost. Adcock was looking for a way out through some trees when he saw a cliff. Suddenly, big lizards appeared and ran towards him. Shocked and afraid, Adcock ran through the forest. As he was running, he cut himself and then fell into a river. Hurt and confused, he decided to stay near the waterfall so that helicopters could easily spot him and he could drink the water. Night after night, insects and animals scratched and bit him. Their poison slowly made its way into his blood. He spent the last 3 days on his back, not able to move his hands or feet. On the 10th of August, Adcock was airlifted to a hospital in Bangkok, Thailand. Adcock told reporters that the one thing that kept him alive was the thought of seeing his family and friends again. It will take him some time to recover, but he feels lucky to be alive.
Exercise 3, page 27.
Hi Jessica, what's new?
I was just listening to the news about a man they found in the jungle. He was lost for 11 days without food. It's amazing how he survived.
Well, they say that people can survive 3 hours in the cold, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food.
Doesn't that depend on how healthy you are to start with?
Yes, the more fit someone is, the better their chances to survive.
I guess that's why he survived. This man was very fit, but it took so long to find him. No one knew he was gone until days later.
That's why you should always inform someone about where you are going and the route you will take. This way, help will get to you sooner.
You know, although he was an experienced hiker, he didn't seem well prepared. He left wearing light clothes and carrying only a bottle of water.
They say hikers should always carry food, water, protective clothing, and something to light a fire with. They should also have a whistle to attract attention.
Well, this guy only had the water, but he chose to wait near a waterfall until they found him.
That's probably what saved him. One of the rules about getting lost is to stay in one spot until people come for you. Most people move around.
Well, when they found him, he was weak and unable to move.
At least he's alive.
Everyday English, 2D. Exercise 1A, page 28.
I feel terrible. Are you okay? You don't look well. What's wrong? I can't stand it any longer. Then you should see a dentist.
Exercises 1B and 5, page 28.
Are you okay, John? You don't look well.
I feel terrible.
Oh dear, what's wrong?
I've got dreadful toothache.
Why don't you take a painkiller?
I did, but it still hurts.
When did you take it?
About an hour ago.
Well, it should make you feel better soon.
I can't stand it any longer.
Then you should see a dentist.
I hate going to the dentist.
I'm sorry, but you have to go.
I suppose you're right.
Across Cultures 2E. Pronunciation, homophones. Exercise 4, page 29.
Itch, its, its. Hair, here, here. Saw, so, so. Ate, ate, eat. I, high. Sun, sun, soon.
Across the Curriculum 2F. Exercise 3, page 30.
Daedalus and Icarus. Once there was a powerful king whose name was Minos. He lived with Queen Pasiphae in a great palace at Knossos, Crete. Daedalus, a famous architect and inventor from Athens, worked for King Minos. He lived with his son Icarus at the king's palace. Minos made the gods angry, and later Queen Pasiphae gave birth to a very strange monster, the Minotaur. It had the body of a man and the head of a bull. The king wanted to lock the Minotaur up to protect his people from it, so Daedalus built a labyrinth under the palace. One year, a hero called Theseus came to Crete to try to kill the Minotaur. The king's daughter Ariadne fell in love with Theseus and asked Daedalus to help him. Daedalus gave her a ball of thread. Theseus tied the end of it to the door of the labyrinth. He killed the monster and used the thread to find his way out. Theseus and Ariadne escaped from the island. Minos was furious and put Daedalus and his son Icarus into the labyrinth. Daedalus was clever though, and he made wings for himself and Icarus from birds' feathers and beeswax. They escaped and flew across the sea. Icarus was very excited. He didn't listen to his father's warnings, and he flew too close to the sun, and his wings melted. He fell into the sea and drowned. Today, the place where he drowned is the Icarian Sea.
Writing 2G. Exercise 1, page 31.
It was a cold but bright Friday afternoon in Seattle, and Daryl Jane was very excited. He packed his skis, his sleeping bag, and a few clothes in his Jeep and set off to Mount Adams. He was looking forward to spending the weekend with his friends. Daryl was familiar with the area, so he took a shortcut through a country road. He was driving along in the Jeep when the tires got stuck in the snow. Within minutes, it started snowing heavily. Soon, snow began to cover his car. He tried calling for help, but his mobile phone wasn't working. He knew he was in trouble. He decided to stay inside the car, and he wrapped himself with his sleeping bag to keep warm. Daryl had some banana chips, rice cakes, and some water with him. He hoped they would be enough until someone found him. The days passed and the food and water ran out. He ran the engine for a few minutes every day to melt the snow. He was lonely and scared, and he started writing goodbye notes to his family. Then one morning he heard a snowmobile, and he knew he was safe. He felt happy and proud of himself. He managed to survive for 2 weeks in his car in almost 2 meters of snow without any injury, thanks to his patience and survival skills.
Exercise 3, page 31.
Dan, how are you? I hear you had an accident on your skiing holiday in the French Alps last month.
Can you believe it? I'm okay, but poor Bob's not so good.
What happened?
Well, it was a bright sunny day, and we were having a great time whizzing down the slopes. We were both in a great mood, as you can imagine.
Yeah, go on. Then what?
All of a sudden, there was a terrible rumbling sound coming from behind us. It was really scary, I can tell you.
What was it?
An avalanche of all things. There was a huge mountain of snow rolling down the mountain. It was heading right for us.
What did you do?
We skied as fast as we could to get out of the way, but the force of the snow hit us quite hard. It knocked us both right off our feet.
But you were okay?
Yes, I was fine, but Bob broke his leg.
Did you get help?
Well, I tried to keep Bob calm. I made sure he was warm and that he didn't move his leg. Then we waited for someone to come and rescue us.
I bet you were really worried.
I was. I didn't want to spend the night on the mountain.
Of course not. Did someone arrive to help?
After a couple of hours, I heard a helicopter, so I started waving to get their attention. Luckily, they saw us and lifted us off the mountain safely.
Thank goodness for that.
You bet. We were so relieved. What an experience.
Fun Time 2. Exercise 4, page 32.
Sometimes we all face problems and the work can get us down. But even in the bad times, you will never see me frown. I always see the bright side. I don't give up easily. I know that I have courage and no problem can beat me on. No matter what may happen, I know I'll always get through. As long as I have courage, there is nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. Sometimes there are disasters, they can happen every day. Sometimes we all feel helpless when life's troubles come our way. But even in the dark times, I can hold my head up high. I'll always have my courage, so I'm sure I will get by. Oh, no matter what may happen, I know
Module 3, Experiences. Sports. Exercise 1, page 33.
One. D. Whitewater rafting. 2. A. Bungee jumping. 3. K. Canoeing. 4. B. Hang gliding. 5. H. Motocross. 6. E. Rock climbing. 7. I. Skydiving. 8. F. Snorkeling. 9. L. Whitewater kayaking. 10. C. Snowboarding. 11. G. Skateboarding. 12. J. Mountain biking.
Reading 3A. Exercise 1, page 34.
Shark attack. Bethany Hamilton's surfer lifestyle hasn't changed, despite losing her left arm in a terrible shark attack. Bethany has been a surfer since the age of 5. At the age of 13, she ranked 8th in the world for under-18s, and her future looked bright. However, on 31st of October 2003, terror struck. It was a beautiful day, and like most other days, 13-year-old Bethany went surfing with her friends at Tunnels Beach in Hawaii. She was waiting to catch a wave when she suddenly felt a sharp pain in her arm and saw the sea turn red. She quickly realized that she was the victim of a shark attack. Her friends carried her back to the beach and rushed her to hospital. Bethany lost 60% of her blood, but she managed to escape death. Bethany is lucky to be alive. But perhaps the most amazing thing of all is that just 3 weeks after losing her arm, she was surfing again. It wasn't easy for her, though. She had to find a way to pull herself up onto the board with only one arm. Her father, Tom, also a long-time surfer, helped her. He fitted most of her boards with a special handle, which she uses to pull herself up. Bethany has promised herself not to let anything stop her from doing what she loves most. Soon after the shark attack, she entered a local surfing competition and surprised everyone by taking 5th place. A few months later, she won the NSSA, National Scholastic Surfing Association Nationals, in 2005. Bethany hasn't returned to the beach where her accident happened. However, the young American surfer is a very strong person. She says,
I think anyone can overcome obstacles if they really try.
Vocabulary 3A. Exercise 5A, page 35.
One.
Racket.
2.
Snowboard.
3.
Goggles.
4.
Gloves.
5.
Bat.
6.
Batting pads.
7.
Paddle.
8.
Mask.
9.
Flippers.
Exercise 7, page 35.
John.
I live near the mountains, and there's lots of snow in the winter. Every weekend I take my board, my goggles, and a pair of warm gloves and head for the nearest slope. Some people think it's a dangerous sport, but I find it challenging to get to the bottom without losing your balance. It's more difficult than skiing, but it's perfectly safe if you've had lessons with a trained instructor.
Sally.
I remember the first time I tried it. I was really scared I wouldn't be able to breathe under the water. My friend Bill showed me how to put on the mask so that my eyes and nose were covered properly. Then I had to learn how to breathe through the snorkel. Once I got the idea, it was fantastic. I saw some amazing fish down there. It's so exciting to swim around with them. When you wear your flippers, you can swim really fast too.
Peter. I have always loved this sport. My dad started to take me to matches from the time I was young. My mates and I play at the weekend in our local park. All we need is a big open area and a bat. I wear batting pads also, to protect myself from being injured. I am pretty good at it, and I want to play for the national team someday.
Skills 3C, exercise 1B, page 38.
Traveller's Tales. Have you ever thought about the risks you take when you travel? We have all heard horror stories of missed flights, lost luggage, train delays and traffic jams. But have you ever heard about snakes? No? Well, here's a story that will make you think twice the next time you fly. It all started one day when a passenger boarded a flight in South Korea with a little something extra in his luggage. However, he didn't declare what this something extra was when he left South Korea. When he arrived in Atlanta, USA, Customs Officer Christopher Hendricks checked the man's luggage. To his surprise, he found 30 snakes in bottles. He also found some bird specimens in the bottles, and a special liquid with the snakes and birds to preserve them. Hendricks said,
"I've found snakes before, but what surprised me about this case was how many there were. At least no passengers were hurt."
Even though the reptiles and birds were not alive, there was still a problem, as the US Fish and Wildlife Service stated.
It's possible that the dead snakes had poison in them. The passenger even put scorpions in the snakes' mouths. So we had to check all the animal specimens in the bottles.
The airline did not release the name of the passenger. The police charged the man with breaking the law twice, once for not declaring the strange contents of his luggage, and once for importing endangered species.
Exercise 6, page 39.
Hi Alex, how was your holiday?
I had a really good time, but my friends had a few problems.
Really? What happened?
Well, first Jenny missed her flight and had to fly out the next day.
Oh dear. That sounds more like something Peter would do. He always has bad luck.
He did have some bad luck. His wallet was stolen as soon as we landed in Hawaii, and we had to go to the police station.
How awful. What about Fred and Nina?
They were both unfortunate as well. Fred lost his luggage and had to buy new clothes, and Nina got sunburnt on our first day at the beach.
Well, at least you and Dennis didn't have any problems.
Actually, Dennis lost his passport 2 days before we were due to return and had to go to the embassy.
Oh dear. I see you were the only lucky one.
Yes, thank goodness.
Everyday English 3D. Exercises 1 and 5. Page 40.
Have you made any plans for next weekend?
No, I haven't made any plans yet. Why?
How about going sailing?
That sounds great! Where?
In the Lake District. Have you ever been?
Yes, I have. I love it there.
I'm going with my dad. Why don't you come with me?
I'll have to ask my parents first.
Okay, let's ask them together then.
Pronunciation.
Ch, j, y.
Exercise 7. Page 40.
Ch, j, y. Chance. Jet. Juice. Yet. Jar. Change. Yes. Champion.
Across Cultures 3E. Exercise 1. Page 41.
My Crazy Travels. I've seen a lot of strange things during my trip, including some really weird sports and races. Here are two of the best. Cockroach racing. Cockroach racing has got to be the craziest sport on the planet. So how did it all begin? The story goes that one day in 1982 in Brisbane, Australia, two men had an argument about which part of town had the biggest and fastest cockroaches. The next day they had a race to see who was right. The crowd enjoyed it so much that cockroach races have taken place every January 26th since then. Elephant polo. Have you ever seen elephants playing polo? That's exactly what I saw at the Elephant Polo Championships in Nepal. The rules are very simple. Two teams of 4 elephants and their riders try to hit a tiny white ball into a goal with long sticks. The elephants love the game as they receive tasty treats of sugarcane or rice balls during games. The elephants are not allowed to pick up the ball with their trunk. While I was watching, one elephant kicked the ball and scored a goal. It was fun.
Across the Curriculum 3F. Exercise 2. Page 42.
Food for sport. Doing sports and physical activities is a great way to keep fit. It is also important to eat a healthy, balanced diet to provide your body with all the nutrients it needs. Eating for sport. We all need energy. Foods with carbohydrate, such as bread, rice, pasta and potatoes, are an excellent source of energy. When you eat food containing carbohydrate, your body stores the carbohydrate in your muscles. The muscles use carbohydrate as their fuel. The more you exercise, the more carbohydrate you need. Foods with protein, such as meat, fish and milk, are also a good source of energy. They also help your muscles grow and repair themselves. Athletes eat a diet high in protein to keep their muscles and bones strong and in good shape. Drinking for sport. When doing sports, it is important to drink enough, or else you get dehydrated. Avoid sugary drinks. Water is the best drink for those who exercise. Remember to drink a lot of water before you start exercising. Have a drink available during exercise. Drink plenty of water when you have finished.
Writing 3G. Exercise 2, page 43.
Hi Jane, greetings from London, England. I'm here with my friends on a school trip. I've never been to a big city before and I love it. We've been here for 3 days now and we've done lots of exciting things. We visited the Tower of London, the British Museum, and the London Aquarium. Unfortunately, the weather is awful. It hasn't stopped raining since we got off the plane. I hope it gets better soon. I've met lots of people, and I've made some new friends. I haven't bought anything yet, but there's plenty of time for that. I've taken a lot of pictures to show you when we get back. See you in a few days. Take care, Laura.
Fun time 3. Exercise 4, page 44.
We've traveled to so many lands and trekked across the desert sands. We visited some famous sites and marveled at the night lights.
This world's a wonderful place. So many joys for you and me. This world's a wonderful place. So many places we can see.
Our world's a brilliant place to be. There are so many things to see. Let's take a trip, just you and me, and sail across the deep blue sea.
This world's a wonderful place. So many joys for you and me. This world's a wonderful place. So many places we can see. This world's a wonderful place. So many joys for you and me. This world's a wonderful place. So many places we can see.